Hi, this is Street Life and I'm Natasha with a recipe for roasting a whole pig. This is the second video in a series about roasting a whole pig. In the first video, I showed how to build the pit from cinder blocks, and in this video, I'll show you how to actually roast the whole pig. In addition to being tasty, it serves as an incredible centerpiece for your barbecue feast and is sure to impress your guests.
So, this is the whole pig that I bought. It's about 50 pounds. So you got your rib cavity there. They leave that in so you can see how fresh it is. And so you see the head is still on. And so now I'm just spraying on a bit of vinegar into the cavity. And that's because I find sometimes that meat can kind of have like an odor to it. So with that, I'm just going to wash it down a little bit, all up in the cavities. All out on the legs. Still like some little bits of hair, so as you go along, just clean that stuff off. And so now I'm just rinsing it off. I washed it down with some vinegar. And you can see I split the hams open. They're like hindquarters open, so that way it'll lay a bit flatter when it's cooking. And it'll cook a little bit evenly, like more even in time with the rest of the pig. So you see that's like the thickest part. Using the inside, some seasoning salt. Some black pepper. Some onion powder. And some granulated garlic. Paprika. Allspice. 5 spice. And then some wet seasoning, which is just pretty much some onion, garlic, scallion, or you might call it green onion. And it's just like blended up with like some, some herbs and stuff, whatever you like. Or if you like, you can use mojo. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take this and rub it all into the cavities. Get the spice rub all in there. That seasoning blend, I might need a little bit more of that, but it's okay. Rub it all in there. I'm trying not to get it like out on the skin because I want the skin to stay relatively dry. So this all in there. Like I've seen people take a flavor injector and inject seasoning into it. Because I cut it, I'll just like rub it in. You got like a nice little dry rub in there. Okay, and now then season the outside with just the dry seasonings. So same seasonings, but everything except for the wet seasoning at the end. Alright, and now this here, I'm gonna just rub in. On the day of, when I'm ready to actually cook it, I'm gonna just put like some oil and stuff like that on the skin. But for right now, just a dry seasoning.
Okay, so once I finished seasoning the pig, I just got some large contractor garbage bags and put the pig inside of it, tied it up, and I had an extra fridge down in the basement. I removed some of the shelves and I just put this in there. You could also use like a large size cooler, just pack it with ice, keep it cool. I bought the pig on the Thursday. I cleaned and prepped it the Thursday afternoon, and this was for the Saturday, so I only had to keep it cold for about 2 days. It was actually a really simple process. On the day of, I took it out of the fridge a little bit before I was ready to start cooking it. So like when I was starting the fire and stuff like that, I took it out and just let it sit out for a bit. So this was going to cook with charcoal, and so I just got some newspaper, put it into the little smoker box, lit that on fire, and used that to get the chimney starter started. Buy good quality charcoal, so that way it'll burn hot, but it'll also burn even for a longer amount of time. Because remember, it takes a little bit of time to get the charcoal to ignite and to get it like usable. So you want to kind of cut down on your wait time, make things easier on yourself by using charcoal that's going to get up to temperature, that's going to stay at temperature and burn for a reasonable amount of time.
I think these are good to go. Got these fire safe gloves. I'm going to pick this up and just dump out the ashes. So I've got this going in here, and you can see my little hole in there. I'm just going to cover this over. Okay, and so now I have the pig inside. I'm going to add some more coals to the inside, like in the corners, and just let that cook for a few hours. And there goes Wilbur. Okay, and so now this is the pig at about a little under 3 hours. And at this point, I'm going to now start basting it. I'm going to put in some more coals around the hams and just let it go from there. So here I have a mix, which is just some coconut water, some soy sauce, and a little bit of oil. This is just some paper towel that I have. I'm just rubbing it down.
You want to just take care to coat the skin evenly, getting this mixture everywhere. So that way, as it finishes off cooking, the little marinade that we made for the skin, it'll help to give it like a really nice color, make it look really nice and pretty. It'll then end up with that reddish brown color that you see roast pigs have. Just really helps with presentation, helps with the flavor as well, especially if we get the skin to crisp up. So keep pressing.
And you notice some of it got down in the bottom. That's fine.
So there was actually quite a bit of other food, drinks, and stuff like that. Quite a number of sides, meats, appetizers, and whatnot. So a little bit of something there for everybody. A mixture of food from different nationalities. So we had some Caribbean food, some Filipino stuff, some American stuff. A little bit of something for everybody. We had a little cheese platter, quite a few different options, to some of them to accompany the pig, but also to stand alone. But the pig was the main event. And so I let it cook the rest of the way after basting the skin, got some really nice color, cooked, checked it, made sure that it was fully cooked, and then just got some help lifting it out of the pit. Obviously be careful because it's hot. I used some heat-safe gloves. In our case, we had like just a picnic table that I wrapped with a bit of foil for easy cleanup, and so that way you could just serve it off of here. And just lifted it out of the pit, placed it on the table, And from there, you're able to carve it on the table. It just makes for really easy cleanup, very convenient. I would just suggest trying to set it up in a way where it's visually appealing, but that it also makes it easy to carve. If you'd like, you could certainly do like the apple in the mouth kind of thing, maybe surround it with some lettuce or, some other garnish just to make it look good. But in this case, we just kept things really simple. And to carve it, I really just used a chef's knife and also a cleaver. We had quite a few people over, but it was a lot because we did other meats and sides in addition to the pig, so it was a lot of food. To save some of this, I just cut off the hands and the other meat and put it into Ziploc bags and into the freezer. You can do the same with your leftovers. Thanks for tuning in. To ensure you don't miss any episodes, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and check out my cooking at home playlist. Go ahead and click that thumbs up button if you like what you saw, and go ahead and share it on social media.